Today on Look What Just Found, we did a federal roll, and I usually don't find any copper. There was one interesting find. Watch the long version video. It's only a half hour long, and I'm going to do a quick significant findings. I already forgot what they are, except for a few that I could tell from looking at them on the table. But this is for, let's get Jesus in here. This is for, the quick version. Instead of me editing it and going and making the video smaller and then you guys will lose content, I do an extra video that's shorter. And that way I could be lazy and I don't have to edit the first video, and I could just make a second video, and then you guys get 2-for-1 stuff, entertainment. Okay, so let's go. There's not many. It's only we only did one roll, but I still found a couple pennies in there that were interesting. Let's go check it out. All right. Everything was zinc, like I said, which they always are. But then we get these really random, cool pennies in these federal rolls, and I left it for the end. All right. So I'm going to zoom in just a bit. So one of the major errors that you're going to find on zinc cents is the hub doubling, right? It's the most, I said major, I meant to say common. I'm actually noticing this in there. I don't know if that's a strike through or not. It's hard to say. It kind of looks like a strike through, to be honest with you, because I see the line going through, and then there's like this other line that's taking out the stairs. You see that there? And the little vase, there's supposed to be a little vase there. Hey, watch this. I think I have another one here. Yeah, you see the vase? Or whatever that is, the column on the right of the stairs? This one has something through it. And it goes straight through the column, and then it goes through the other column at the top of the stairs, the support column. Huh. And that's not even why I was looking at this penny initially, but I'm gonna look at that under the loop real quick. I don't think it's a strike through. It looks more like something hit it. Anyway, so the hub doubling, which you can see here at the top, you see how it, like the A, the M, the E, the R, and you can see a little bit of a mirror image right before the rim. That's from the hub, right? So it's just something to keep an eye on, because sometimes they'll look really significant and then they have some value. But like this, it does not. Now this is an enigma to me. It looks like a fire penny, and of course that's what everyone's going to say. It's a fire penny, but it might not be a fire penny, because it just might not be. Hey, let's do it. If it's a fire penny, then some of that stuff should come off, and maybe it will. All right, so let's just look. And it can't be like, yeah, you see, it's not coming off like it would if it was ash or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think so. So I don't think it's a fire penny. It could have something to do with annealing or something like that. I don't know. Or but what is cool about this is the edge is split in half. Not the whole thing, but most of it. You can see it, right? I'll zoom in a bit. And I just happened to notice that, And I was like, look at that. What's going on here? And it even looks a little bit like reading, right? Doesn't that look a little bit like reading? I'm not saying it is, but it sure does look odd. And someone out there might say, oh, I know what that is. It's this kind of error. Well, leave it in the comment, please. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm going to say that this is a mint error. I'm going to say that's a mint error. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a mint error. So here's another dark penny on one side right now. You're like, oh my God, they must have been in the same fire, right? Now, you might have already noticed the other side. I don't know how quick I did it, but were you expecting this on the other side of this? So these are the things that I talk about on the channel. And it's one of the reasons I love coin roll hunting, especially pennies, because pennies are free basically, are cents like this. Because there's no way. I mean, the back is practically immaculate besides being super dark. So you know this is not done. I don't even think this is done outside the mint. I have to be honest with you. Because this is like machining. That type of damage is from a machine. If it was out in the street, there'd be something on the other side. Something, a scratch, man. You know what I'm saying? Something. But there's not. There's nothing there. Is it worth anything? I don't know if it's worth a buck or two, but it sure is interesting, right? And I think to me, that's what's more important is that when we see anomalies like this, that it opens up discussion like, oh, maybe if it was glued to the floor, which of course it's not because there's not even residue there or anything, but if somehow this got stuck somewhere and then the top, but I've seen this, or if it was something happened, right, that where there's no damage on one side. How about the rim? Let's check that out. Excuse me, the edge. I said rim, I meant edge. Right? Because when you look at this, you don't expect that. That's all. It's just, and to me, that's pretty cool. All right. Now, this is the way the back you would expect from post mint damage, right? You expect, okay, you look at that, you're like, oh, yeah, that's done in the street. And of course, now that matches the front. This is consistent, right? It's consistent. So, of course, this is done post mint. I think that's kind of obvious. The other one, not so much. I don't know. Again, it's just interesting. Acid rain, what do you think? Acid rain, they dropped it in bleach. I don't know, something, right? That it really corroded the whole clad plating. And then we find this. I couldn't believe it. I was like a 1941 S, and absolutely, it's got to be fine condition. I'm going to say this is fine condition. The toning is beautiful, and look at that lamination error. And the lamination error goes right over his lips. Makes him look like he has lipstick or something. Super duper cool. The reverse, at least fine condition, if not better. Maybe even low AU. But isn't that an incredible find? Okay, that's all we got for today's significant finds from that one roll. I thought that was pretty cool. Please click like and subscribe. What do you think about that lamination error? It looks like he's screaming or something too. Click like and subscribe. What else? What else? Leave a comment. What do you think about this penny? How about the other pennies? Leave a bunch of comments. Don't spam me though. And God bless. And I'll see you on the next one.